we owed you a little update video to let you know what's been going on in our lives. We follow a lot of other YouTube channels, and sometimes they have these absences, and we really want to know what's going on in their lives, and we get kind of upset because how dare they, you know, have a life of their own and
have a real life.
Yeah, and not keep us informed. They belong to us now, you know. So we have a whole 2,088 viewers, and so we know that you're sitting on the edges of your seats wondering constantly what is going on with Blue and Craig. Why are we not seeing as much of them lately? So we didn't want to keep you waiting any longer. We just wanted to put out a quick little update video, kind of catch you up with what's going on in our lives.
So, we've sold the house in St. Charles. We are closing in like 2 weeks. So it's been madness of packing. You never realize how much stuff you have till you have to pack it all up. As we pack things, I've been loading up my truck and driving down to Shell Knob, where we have a storage unit, and taking loads down there. So I've been driving down there, which is about 4.5 hours from here. Driving down, spending a couple days, hanging out with my mom and stepdad, her down there, my daughter and her fiance are down there. My daughter and her fiance are building their own house, so been doing a lot of work there, pouring concrete and stuff for a couple days I've been there, and then driving back, and then packing, and driving back down after a few days. So it's been a little exhausting, but we're getting things done, and we'll give you a little peek around the house here to see what a disaster it is, because everything's in boxes and piled around. And if you don't know, we're very OCD, so this kind of drives us crazy having all this clutter, but we are excited about the future. But right now it's a lot of work and it's kind of tiring, but it's what you got to get through to move on to the next adventure, which we're looking forward to.
By the way, you might be wondering where we are right now. This is our city house. So it's in St. Charles, Missouri, and this is our main residence. And we put together a video tour of this house. We wanted it for ourselves just before we left because we love this house. But I'll be working on that in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a longer video, so it might be a couple of weeks before I can get that out. That's where we are. We're in our living room of our city house, where we will be living for 2 more weeks before we close and then move out to the condo where we're going to be staying in Branson, Missouri. And so we're going to make a video of the day that we moved and give you a tour of the condo so you'll be able to see where we're going to stay while we're looking for our new homestead property. So I know the big question everybody wants to know is, have you sold your off-grid homestead and cabin? And the answer is no. It is still available. So our off-grid cabin, homestead, 13 acres, shipping container, and barn is still available. So we really haven't been trying to sell it very hard since we were trying to sell this house and sold this house, and now we're in the middle of packing up this entire house and getting moved. And it was just too much. We realized we had bitten off more than we could chew trying to sell all of it at the same time. It was just way too much. And so we kind of just stopped pushing the cabin for a while we focused on getting moved out of this house. We're going back down there in June. We've got a couple of potential buyers who are going to take a look at it, but it is still available. If you are interested, contact us and let us know. So this is the state of our house now. Our whole life is in boxes, and it is just crazy. Everything's in boxes. Just a state of disorganized chaos. But we are moving along. We got a lot of stuff. Didn't realize how much stuff we had until we tried to box it all up. Santi! Hey, Santi! Oh, little Santi. Okay, so we got 2 weeks. We'll be moving to Branson, and then our search will begin in earnest for our next property. We've been looking on realtor.com for potential properties. The kind of place we're looking for is a bit hard to find, so we're not sure how long it's going to take us to find our new property, but we are looking for a place with land. We're hoping for 10 acres or more. We want a place that has outbuildings, a barn, probably a farmhouse, so it'll already be kind of set up for homesteading. So we definitely have not given up our dream of homesteading. It's just been put on hold for a little while we move, but that is definitely still in the works, still the plan for the future. And so what we want to do is take you guys along for the ride as we start looking at properties. We've been waiting until we sell this house so that we have that money to use for a down payment. So we have found a couple of properties we really liked, but it wasn't the right time. We couldn't do anything about it. The way the market is now, things go really fast. So once we go down there, we will have the money from selling this house and we will be ready to purchase. If we find something, we'll be able to jump on it. So hopefully you'll come along with us as we look for our new homestead property.
Yes,
Nothing else?
that's it.
Okay.
Getting ready for trip number 3. Branson, 4.5-hour drive. Loaded up, ready to go.
In my garden, and this is one of the things that was the hardest for me to realize that I'm going to be leaving this beautiful garden that I've created here at our city house. So I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the journey that I've been going on over the past several months. I kind of went through a little crisis because this is a place that is just so beautiful and so full of peace. I spend a lot of time out here and I love it very much. And I've when we first bought this house 6 years ago, this was nothing but grass out here, and so I've created this just really magical place. And so the idea of having to leave it just made me so sad. So it took me some time to figure things out and to be okay with it. So the way all of this happened, when we realized that we were supposed to move, it was a God thing. That's all I can say. We are both people with really strong faith, and we pray a lot and try to live our lives following God instead of our own wants and desires. We feel like God's plan is the best plan, and so we're both committed to that. And we had this very interesting experience of God telling us both at exactly the same time the same message, and that was that we're supposed to sell everything, sell our properties, and move out to Shellnut, Missouri in order to be closer to family. And he told us both the same message at the same time. We were with some family members and they actually saw it happen, because Craig and I just both looked at each other and said at the same time we were supposed to sell everything and move out to Shellnut. Our family members were like, what just happened? So we have witnesses. God has spoken to us many times, but never like that, where it was that drastic, the same message at the same time. And we both had to go through a grieving process because we love our property, our off-grid property. We love our house here in the city, and I love this garden so much. And we've worked so hard on all those places. And so we had to go through a grieving process where we knew what we were supposed to do, but we had to get used to the idea, because our whole life plans, everything that we had been thinking of, just completely changed within a matter of moments. And, you know, anybody who's gone through a real huge shift like that, you know, it takes some time to get used to your new future, you know. But through all of that, through all of the grieving and trying to figure it out and getting used to the idea of it, we never questioned what we're supposed to do. We knew that we were supposed to do this. That's how huge it was when we got the message, so that we couldn't even question it. I know there might be people watching this video that think we're stupid, but I don't care, because I know what I believe, and we both know what we believe, and God has done too many miracles for us to question that. We both have some very amazing testimonies and have both been saved in very remarkable ways. I've even been brought back to life from the dead and have been miraculously healed from drug addiction and depression, suicidal depression. I don't question. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to believe, but I know what I believe. So anyway, kind of catch you guys up and let you know the journey that we've been going on. And so the neat thing, the way it works is you grow, you get stronger when you go through hard things. And I know it's like first world problems, really, to have to go through this hard time leaving a beautiful house, you know. But for us, it was really difficult because we don't already have our new place. We don't know exactly where we're going to be living. I mean, we know we're going to be staying in this condo that we owned in Branson, and we've been renting it out as an Airbnb, but we never knew that we were going to live in it. It's a really nice condo, and we'll show it to you. But it's like an apartment. It's a small place, and it's not... So this plane goes by. Yeah, we live close to the airport. And of course, when we're in the condo, we don't have our own land, and I like to grow food and flowers, and you know, so we won't be able to do that. So we're taking a year off from that, and we have no idea how long we're going to live in the condo, how long it's going to take us to find our property. So these are really hard things for us because we're planners, we're very OCD, we don't do anything impulsively. We would never choose to make a move like this without already having our new place ready, so that we would just move from one place to the other place. That's just the way we would do it, and that's not what God's plan was for us. And there's a reason why, because he wanted to push us outside of our comfort zone, and he wanted to teach us. And it has been already so beneficial for both of us just to kind of give up our own control, our own ideas of control, and just do what we believe he's telling us to do. And for me to go through this process of having to give all of this up, and I wasn't happy about it at first. It took me a while, you know, a couple of months to really just work through it. And now I can tell you, I am in this place of not only acceptance, but just joy and peace. And we've met the buyers of this house, which you don't always do, but it kind of worked out so that we've gotten to meet them, and they're just this really neat couple. They're about our age. It's not a plane. And they're just the perfect people for this house. We have a lot in common. And so I've gone from grieving and just crying all the time for days to now being so excited about making this garden beautiful in the spring so that I can give it to her, you know. And I'm so excited about that. For me to feel this way is a miracle, because that's not me. And so that's just kind of the process that I've been going through, and I wanted to share that and be really transparent about it all, so you guys could know the kinds of things that we've been struggling through. Kind of went through a crisis about the videos. I'm like, well, what can I even make videos of now? Because it was all about the homestead, and people only want to see that. And I know that we'll lose some people probably because we're going to go through a period where we don't have a homestead. I know we'll get new followers as well. And I think that there's a lot of you who will be very interested in just what's going on with us and the process as we look for a new place. And then once we do find a new place, get it all set up to homestead. So if you are going to stick around with us, or if you're a new follower, thank you so much. We will take you along for the ride. I feel like I've kind of gotten my video editing mojo back. I was feeling kind of lost for a while and kind of feeling like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to make videos now. And so it's a lot of stuff was happening, and I wasn't making any videos. And I just feel like I've kind of gotten that back. So I'm really excited now to make some new videos. That's why I wanted to do this one and get you guys caught up and let you know what is going on. And so anyway, thanks for sticking around, and we'll see you soon. What you doing? What are you doing? Little Sassy. Little Sassy.